Okay, so let's do this. So this group is I'm not by any means an expert for growing YouTube. I started my journey to grow on YouTube only this year. S- So, but I am good at coaching and I'm good at accountability and I'm good at analysis. So, yeah. So, um, I want to focus very specifically on. So, just tell me about your channel. When did you start your channel? During COVID, and how many subscribers do you have? 13 or 16. Okay, so you're still at the beginning. And what is your goal for YouTube? Okay, so again, sorry to the I'm not asking what your channel does, but what is your business goal on YouTube? Are you hoping to create a channel that you can monetize? Are you hoping to create a channel that you can drive traffic to something that you sell? For example, both. And do you have a current business that is outside of YouTube? Do you have a current business? Okay, so YouTube would be uh, part of your marketing channels for your business. Okay. And out of all of the marketing channels that you have, you know, direct customer sales, going to events and trying to meet potential customers, maybe Facebook ads, maybe TikTok, Instagram, is YouTube going to just be one of them or is it going to be your primary? Okay. So whether YouTube is the going to be the best for your business, I wouldn't be able to tell you that. But do you want us to, since it's just us and you and Gene are family, do you want me to take a look at your video and we can kind of just workshop it like I did Gene's? Okay. All right. So actually, I want to search it because it's what I want to do is I want to. It's a great experience to to see what happens when somebody who doesn't know you, doesn't know anything about you, doesn't know what you do, what happens when they land on your channel page, what are their first impressions? All right, so what would I search to find your YouTube channel? This is important too. Like, like, could I search keywords and your channel will pop up, or do I actually have to search your name? So this is all important information. So tell me how I find your channel through a search. Okay, style and style discovery, style by Janet. Self-discovery meets personal style. All right, so for you, videos, shorts. All right. Hi, I'm Janet. I'm a style architect and I want to help you on your journey to using style to discover yourself. All right. So before I get to uh, breaking down this channel, there's a couple things that we talked about earlier on in this group, and this is kind of like a self awareness of your own channel. And so I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and then that'll give me a better chance of figuring out whether the channel matches what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, so the first question is, what channel vibe are you trying to create? And let me explain what that means. For your audience, okay, even before we get into that, uh, who do you think you are, or who are you trying to be to people on YouTube? So there's a saying, and again, we're at the beginning of a journey, and since you only have 21 subscribers, you're also at the beginning. So the good news is you'll have a lot of time to refine your message, figure out who you're making videos for, and then how to connect more closely or deeply with them. Uh, yes. So the more when you there's a saying in sales. I don't know if you've ever done sales, but there's a saying in sales: if you serve everybody, you serve nobody. Okay, so the first words that came into your mouth is what did you say? I'm a coach? Personal advisor and coach. Okay, so personal advisor and coach tells no one whether they should be interested in talking to you. Okay, so yeah, so you want to try to define who you are to your avatar. And then, so let's work backwards. Describe, let's just assume that your business is related to your channel. Okay. Describe your perfect customer. Okay. That's very good. 45 to 55, upper middle class, currently divorced or has been divorced? Currently, perfect, perfect. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, so 45 to 55, recently divorced, uh, upper income people. Does it matter male or female? Does not matter male or female. Does it matter ethnicity? Asian, does not matter. Is there any way to niche it down further? Do you care what country they live in? Should they be American? Okay, all right. So that narrows it down further. So 45 to 55, high, upper, mid to high income earners, recently divorced Americans. Okay. Okay. So let's just assume, so you can refine this obviously as you move forward in your journey, but let's just assume that's your avatar. Okay. And what problem do you solve for them? Nobody knows what that means. No, 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 no. The reason I say that is, no, no. The reason that I say that is because we want to be very business oriented here because we want to accomplish our goals. Um, when you say that I solve their identity problems, you no, no. You have to. The thing that you have to imagine is this: what are they searching on YouTube? Nobody who you described is searching on YouTube. I have an identity problem. Who solve? Give me a coach that's coaching that solves identity problems. Anybody who has an identity problem, they don't describe themselves as having an identity problem. They describe the symptoms of identity crisis. Okay, so I'm going to give you another shot. What problem do you solve for middle-aged, high-income, recently divorced Americans? What problem do you solve? Your client, go through your client list. The client that was most happy with your service. What transformation did you help them achieve? Describe that transformation, and that is the what. No, transformation is what happened at the end of their journey with you, right? At the end of their journey with you, they discovered a new me. They're more confident. Okay, so okay, okay, okay. So we want to describe them at the beginning, not at the end. All right. So okay. So what problem did you solve? No, not what you gave them. You have to look at it from their point of view. What problem do they think they have? And then what problem, and were you able to solve that? For example, they might have said, I'm really depressed, or I'm really suicidal, or uh, I, I'm really lost. No, it's almost not even matter what they said. What we're trying to do is I'm just brainstorming. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to figure out what specific problem you solve, because only by knowing what problem you solve can you start speaking to that person through your content? Okay, perfect. You don't want to. So the thing about marketing, we're only talking about marketing. The thing about marketing is if you use too many words that aren't in the minds of the people that you're trying to target, they're not going to know you're speaking to them. Because YouTube is not just a page in a magazine that's advertising new Coke product. When somebody stumbles upon your short or stumbles upon your video because they're searching certain things on YouTube, they need to know within the first few seconds that you are speaking to them. So for example, I'm just going to oversimplify it. Your opening line of your video should be feeling depressed from a recent divorce. And then, so as soon as somebody clicks the video, like if they're scrolling through their short videos and they're just 1 to 2 seconds on each video before they scroll to the next one, they should hear you reach out to them and connect with them on that first 2 to 3 seconds. So every one of your short videos should begin, are you feeling depressed from a recent divorce? And then maybe the next line would be, too much money and don't know where to spend it now, because you're talking about high income people, right? So again, I don't even know what your business is, who you are, or who you serve, but I'm only basing it on what you say. But what I'm doing is I'm taking what you say and I'm converting that into a script that will help you connect with your customers. Right? Yes. Okay. So let's just take that. All right. Let's just assume everything you said is what you actually mean. Most people will actually, if you haven't thought a lot about these questions, then you actually don't know the answer. So I'm putting you on the spot. You're going to refine those answers over time, but that's okay. But let's just assume, for the sake of this exercise, everything you say is 100% accurate about what you want to do. When that 50-year-old, recently divorced, high-income American comes to this channel, they see nothing to help them, right? This banner, style and self-discovery, what the hell does that have to do with me being divorced and depressed, right? All right? All right, so you understand what I'm saying? Okay, so look at the stuff that I've already posted in the Facebook group. I assume you're in there. And then before our next meeting, do your 2 to 3 minute self-introduction. So you need to introduce who you are to your audience, not who is Janet Pack, to your friends and neighbors. It's just who is Janet to a random person on YouTube searching for help. All right, and then define your avatar. If it's what we said, then just repeat what we said. And then the other thing is we're not going to workshop you today, but I'm just going to help you understand what you should prepare for as homework for the next meeting. Is what is your channel vibe? That means when that divorced 50-year-old high-income earner who's depressed comes to your channel, are they searching for information to get out of that depression? They may not. They may not even know they're depressed. Are they searching for entertainment because they're in a depressed state and they want somebody who can empathize with their current situation to provide them some entertainment, some, feeling better about themselves? Or is your channel vibe to be aspirational? That means they know where they want to go. For example, I'm 250 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds and become 200 pounds. Okay. My channel is aspirational. If I'm able to motivate somebody who's 250 pounds to within 3 weeks or within 6 weeks, drop 50 pounds and get down to 200 pounds. Okay. So everybody's channel has a different vibe. That means it's trying to accomplish something different. So you need to be self-aware. Is my channel more informational? That means I'm providing information to help people get out of the depression following a divorce? Or is it entertainment? Am I entertaining people who are recently divorced and depressed? Or is it inspirational? Am I helping them get to the next stage of their life? Okay, so it's not either or, but you have to be self-aware what your goal is when people come to your channel. Am I here to cheer you? Am I here to cheer you up, or am I here to solve your problem? It can be both, but if you know which one you're trying to create, then you also know how to market to people. Because if you don't know what you're trying to create, then you don't know how to market to people. You don't know what keywords to use, right? If you're trying to lift someone out of depression, then you might use keywords like, cheering you up following a divorce, okay? But if you're helping them find a better style to give them more confidence, then you would use completely different marketing. All right, so you have to know your channel vibe in order to relate your marketing copy, which we'll get into in much later videos, to your actual video itself. All right, so that's a channel vibe. All of that is in the Facebook group. So if you kind of forget what those categories are, information, entertainment, or aspiration, then you can go back. And the last one is this. This is also important. A lot of people don't know this. You need to know your persona weight. Let me tell you what that persona weight. Let me tell you what that means. If I am a 19-year-old girl who wears a bikini and talks about things at the beach, wearing my bikini, looking all cute and sexy, my persona weight is 100%. That means people are coming to the channel to see me visually and to hear me talk kind of in a cute and whatever manner, or what percentage of the people are there for the substance. That means they don't care what you look like. They don't care how you're dressed. They only care about the substance of what you say. Okay? Everybody has to be aware of what is your persona weight. That means, are people coming to see you and they don't care what you say? Or do people don't care what you look like and don't care how you say it? They only care about the substance of what you say. That means if let's just say your persona weight was 0% persona, 100% substance, let's just say hypothetically it was that, then your videos don't even need to have yourself. It could just be PowerPoints that have, just have the text and the stuff that people want to learn. Right? If your content is all kind of like just short online courses, you actually don't need a person there. You can just have an AI voice speaking over your content because they're really there for your substance. They're not there for your personality. All right. So you should also know your persona weight, because understanding your persona weight is understanding how you're going to attract people. If I'm a 20-year-old slender, blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl who likes to wear a bikini and run on the beach, then I know people don't really care what I say. They just want to watch me talk and watch me run, right? Okay, so you have to be self-aware. For example, I am a middle-aged Asian man. So I'm not going to be attracting people who just want to see me, all right? So my persona weight is 25%. My substance is 75%. Because I think that I have some personality, and because I talk about, in my videos, I speak fluently in English and in Chinese simultaneously, and I go back and forth. So there's a little bit of persona there. So, but that's not why people are at my channel, right? So I don't actually need to have my image next to my thumbnail, right? Because like if people are looking, if you're the 20-year-old girl in the bikini who likes to make videos by the beach, then I need to see you on the thumbnail. If I'm just providing educational substance on how to become the best accountant in the world, you don't need my image next to your marketing copy on the thumbnail. You don't need it because nobody's going to click on it because of that picture. So you got to take it off. All right. So I'll give you an example. Lily and Victoria, who was on the last call, she is trying to market herself as very successful, very aspirational, very inspirational, kind of life coach and help you be successful and all of this, all that stuff. So she has put probably 60 to 75 to 80% weight on her persona. But she might not even know that. Okay, because if you go to her channel and you look at her videos, everyone has an attractive picture of her on the thumbnail. Okay, so that is the persona weight that she is going for. Now, the problem for her channel is her persona weight and her channel vibe aren't quite aligned with her avatar and who she is on YouTube. So yeah, so if you go to her channel, you can have a really well-produced channel, very well professionally done thumbnails. All of them are really nice, but the viewership is not going to go up. The subscribership is not going to go up. And the reason is because the algorithm believes there's a misalignment between how you present yourself and the people that you serve, the people that would be interested. All right. So for your homework, Janet, prepare your 2 to 3 minute introduction. I actually did my introduction. You can actually go back and look at the introduction. It's in the Facebook group. It's also on the new YouTube channel that I created for this group. I do my introduction. It only took 1 minute, or it took, right? Because I don't need a lot of extra information. It's just who am I to my YouTube audience? Who is my avatar? When I began my channel, how many subscribers I have, what my year-end goal is, what my channel vibe is, and what my persona weight is. That's the only thing. That's all we care about here. All right. All right. So that's it for you. Let's go to Jean and see what she wanted to work on today. Oh, you want to see how I did my stuff? Well, you're not gonna be able to see that. You can just see what I did. Training the AI takes time, and you can only see the output of a trained AI. You can't see the training of the AI. All right, so you see my channel? Okay, so this is my grow on YouTube. All right. Oops, no, hold on. ABC in the middle. All right. So okay, so I started off with this. Let me see where I started off. Okay. All right, so I started off with this. All right. I said, first of all, I said, give me an image with Chinese ink and brushstrokes. I was just going to use it as a background image. It gave me this. All right. So I said, give me a modern abstract background image with Chinese characteristics. Gave me this. I said, make me an image more simple in design, remove the Chinese characters, include metropolitan elements stylized in Shanghai cityscape. They gave me this. I said, zoom out of this image, incorporate the Hollywood iconic image in Southern California. Gave me this. And then I said, okay, start over. Blend an abstract image with Shanghai cityscape, Hollywood, and LA Dodgers. Gave me this. I said, remove it. I said, I like it, but remove LA Dodgers. Center and middle justify Shanghai cityscape with Hollywood legend blended imagery. Give me this. Zoom out and show more, slightly less abstract. It gave me this. This is the image that I used. All right. All right. So then, as I told Jean, I do everything in PowerPoint. All right. So let me see. All right. So this is just regular text. It's just Noto Sans font, and this is Italic Sans font. What I did was I added shadows to this word, ABC, and then I added shadows to American born, to American, China, Chinese, America. So it looks like this. All right, but YouTube in desktop view only shows this. All right, so I'm simulating what it might look like. All right, so this is what my channel might look like with this, because YouTube will only show this portion, right? All right. So this is just me kind of simulating what it would look like. And I probably looked at this and I said, okay, the text needs to be a little bit bigger. So eventually I'll make the text a little bit bigger to see how it shows up. But it can't go beyond this, otherwise your text won't show up on mobile. So this is what I originally had. All right, and then this is what I updated to where it's slightly bigger. So I'll send this to the back. All right, so you can see now it fits in pretty good. All right. I told you, I just download the YouTube banner template. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so it's in Canva, just do it in Canva. Canva and PowerPoint. So you're overthinking something that doesn't need to be so complicated. So it doesn't matter if you use Canva or PowerPoint. So let me just put it like this. Every thumbnail, don't say. So every thumbnail that you create should essentially have the same design elements. So that means the font is the same font, and the title fonts are the same size, and the subtitles are the same size. So once you have that template set up, every time you create a thumbnail, you just change the text, and if you want to change the image, change the image. Right? You don't need to redesign a thumbnail every time you have a thumbnail. Just now, and then the other thing that we talked about, if your persona weight is low, that means people aren't there because they want to hear you specifically talk, then it's almost better to take your image off of the thumbnails. I'll give you an example. Let me share my screen again. All right, so I actually created this group, this YouTube channel for this group. All right, I also talked about it. I'm just creating this channel just to A/B test different things, okay? So what I do is every video that I record for the Facebook group that just started last week, I just post it here. All right, so if you guys want to go and watch all the videos, just go here. I'm making it easy for everybody in this group to see everything that we talk about, okay? So so this is the kickoff accountability meeting. This is my self-assessment of my own YouTube channel. This is the replay of the last meeting. And this is my morning rant talking about I'm going to rebrand my channel too. And this is my trailer. So I've already done all this, Gene, since the last time we spoke. But what I wanted to say is, this channel, the thumbnails are just very simple. Grow on YouTube morning rant. Grow on YouTube kickoff meeting replay. Self-assessment of YouTube. Kickoff compounding zoom in. So imagine my avatar is someone like you who's trying to grow their YouTube channel. When you come to this channel, does it make sense? Grow on YouTube Accountability Hub. Check. Welcome to our community where YouTube creators unite to learn, grow, and support each other. Check. Look at the thumbnails. Do these? Check. Okay, so the number one question you want to answer when somebody comes to your channel, they have to ask themselves, this is the problem that I have. This is the problem that I'm trying to solve. When I go to your channel, they have to ask a question of themselves. Did I come to the right place? And if you're somebody who's trying to grow a YouTube channel, even though I have only one subscriber, they still know they came to the right place. I don't have any social proof because my subscribers are low, but they came to the right place. All right. And you can see my thumbnails, don't have a picture of me, which is actually probably enhancing the clickability of my videos, right? Because it might be possible that a 25-year-old Caucasian American woman wouldn't want to learn how to grow on YouTube from a middle-aged Asian man. So if she saw my face on the video, on the thumbnail, she might say, I don't want to learn from this guy. But if she just saw the, just the thumbnail without me, they might say, okay, well, let me check it out. Right? So that's why, in this case, I don't put again, for this channel, I'm not really doing anything. I'm just A/B testing. That means I'm throwing information up with minimal effort. Okay, so all I do is I record the videos, and even this one will be recorded. I have YouTube create a thumbnail, and I just slap it on. Yeah, they can, but now I have now I've decided to do my own. So let me show you. Hold on, let me see. So I have a PowerPoint called Grow on YouTube Thumbnail Maker. All right. So if I want to create a new one, I'll just copy this slide and I'll just change these words. Very simple. And if you go to the YouTube channel, actually pretty effective. Yeah. All right. So did you guys, I guess you guys haven't had a chance to see my trailer yet, have you? All right, let's watch it together. Hold on. Let me share again. Yeah, so I'm going to show you my strategy after we watch the trailer. This trailer hasn't gone up on my YouTube channel yet because I want to do the launch together. That means you want to get all the pieces done before you do the relaunch. All right, so fortunately, I started this extra channel, so I just called this rebranding my channel, official channel trailer. And all right, so before I get in this, you can see, look, this is the new trailer for YouTube channel that I'm growing with everyone in this Grow on YouTube Accountability group. It's not released on my actual channel yet because I'm planning a relaunch when everything is ready. Here's my relaunch plan. So anybody who's going to relaunch their YouTube channel, they're already getting value here. Here's my relaunch plan. Channel name, change the channel name, new banner, new profile icon, updated about section, new channel trailer, and homepage layout and featured sections. All right, so let's watch it. Born America, lived China, married Chinese, and now fatherhood in America. I'm Gene, an American-born Chinese dad who grew up in white Southern Baptist Atlanta. I spent 20 years living and working across Greater China, and now I'm raising my son, the next generation ABC, right here in Southern California as a stay-at-home dad. So this channel's for anyone curious about Chinese culture, not just the surface level stuff, but how Chinese people really think. We explore the psychology behind guanxi, giving face, and the Chinese perspective, and how these values show up in everyday American life, especially for families like mine. So, if you're interested in how culture shapes communication patterns, identity, and meaning, this is where curiosity and fun meet purpose and greater prosperity. These are the stories I've lived, the insights I've acquired, and the perspectives I'm still discovering and now sharing with you through fatherhood, reflection, and a life in the middle, caught between two worlds that might be hurtling towards a clash of civilizations. Welcome to ABC in the Middle. Explore, linger, and immerse yourself. And let's navigate the space in between our differences together. All right, so this is, and I've posted this in the group, so Gene, you can use this. This is my rebrand launch plan. Number 1, change the channel name. So the channel name will be ABC in the middle. New banner and profile icon. New banner, profile icon. Updated about section. So this is the updated about section. New channel trailer. I just finished recording it. You just saw it. This was the script. And then, of course, homepage layout. These are going to be my new playlists. All right. So, yeah, but I did all this, this morning. So, I'm using ChatGPT. Actually, I use AI for everything. So the subtitles that you saw in that video, I used a program called Captions AI to put the subtitles in. The background music is just AI generated background music, right? So instead of trying to find, copyright royalty free music, I just create new music with, I use Suno. I just create AI music. So I don't need to worry about, am I using this sound, is it copyright free or not? Or royalty free? Yeah. So, yeah. So, any other questions you have, Gene, about what I'm doing? Okay. So how far did you get on what we talked about last time? Do you want to share your screen? Yeah. Well, I'm a stay-at-home dad, so and so I have to make sure I'm efficient because I don't have that much time. As soon as my son gets off school, okay. So I'm gonna stop you before you continue. You've already started making changes, okay? Because it's better for the algorithm if you do all your changes at once. No, 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 no. I mean, your new playlists are ready and your new trailer is ready. Okay, all right. So you're just doing it piece by piece. Because, like, for me, I have. Okay, okay. Well, let's. All right, all right. Well, why don't you go to your channel? Let me take a look at it. I don't care about the studio. I only care about what it looks like in the channel. Yeah, just go to the channel. No, just click on your face. I mean, close this out and then click on your face. Close, close, close. Yeah. No, 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 no. Not close the share screen. All right. Why don't we do this? I will go to your channel and then I will workshop it. All right. Yeah. Actually, it doesn't matter. It's more important what somebody who isn't you sees when they go to your channel. So yeah, because it's really hard to workshop your own stuff sometimes. All right. From idea to income for beginner. Okay, so that's a grammatical error right there. For beginner course for beginner course creators. Learn with Gene. Okay, you haven't updated your banner yet. Okay, so Okay, so you're targeting beginner course creators. That means someone who wants to create an online course, online business, or online course. Okay, so nobody's looking for that. Yeah, yeah. So nobody's looking for that. Nobody is searching for that. That's right. Okay, so what? So you have to imagine this. You can use any example. You can use me as an example. I want to create some online courses or online products for teaching Mandarin to children and parents or whatever it is. Okay. And since I don't know how to use Thinkific, I don't know how to create an online course. Okay. But you you haven't distinguished between I want to attract people that I can invite to my house to teach them face to face versus people who don't want people coming over and they just want to do everything online. Those two people have two separate and completely different problems. Okay. And I can't tell which one you solve. Okay. Let me try to break it down simple. My business is selling Chinese training, Mandarin training. Okay. Uh, there's two versions of me. There's version A and version B. Version A wants to create online courses so everything can be evergreen and I can just generate passive income with my online courses. Version B doesn't want to go online, wants to attract enough people so they'll register and come to my school because I have a space where kids can come to my school and learn. The, the, so wait, let me finish. So the person who wants to open an online school, person who wants to attract students to their school is going to be has a completely different set of problems as the person who wants to create an online course. Okay, before we get into teaching you how, define who you is. Is you someone who wants to start an online business or wants to invite people who wants to attract clients to their business, to their bricks and mortar business? No, 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 no. When you say you want to help people who want to attract people to register for their online course, online business, or do you want people help people attract customers to their brick and mortar business? Who is you? Does you have a digital business or a physical business? No, I'm talking about for your business now. Who's you? You keep on talking about what your business is. You have to define who you is. When you say you're talking about as your customer, as Gene's as your yeah, your target. Does your target have want to create an online business or an offline business? Okay. So so we have that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get at. Okay. Uh, beginner course creators. Okay. So if we narrow down who you're serving to people who want to create digital products, that is not in your copy. It doesn't matter what you feel like. This is the fact. It's no. It doesn't matter from a marketing point of view. That's why I'm asking you these questions. if your goal is to help people who want to create digital products, so put it this way. Right now, digital products is in your banner, but it's not in your title. So that means anybody who's searching for digital products, your banner is not helping the SEO. Or your title is not helping the SEO. Does that make sense? So your banner, I could improve your title exponentially by changing it to beginner digital products course creators. For beginner digital product course creators. Take away that from ideal to income. Nobody's searching ideal and income. No, but do you understand what I'm saying? Your title has to match the person that doesn't know you who has a problem. That's right. So we're just talking about the title. All right. So if you're helping people create digital products or online products or online courses, the word digital or the word online should be in the title. It's not. That is the primary YouTube search keyword. Create online course. All right, let me show you this. Learn to create online courses. All right. How to build a legit online course. How to create an online course for beginners. All right, so how to create online courses that sell. All right, so you can go to this filter and then you can search view count. Okay. Learn to create online courses. Let's add some more for passive income. All right, so look, so this is why this guy is doing so good. He has the right keywords for when this search comes up, how to create.
You've probably seen these.
How to create online courses for passive income. So Gene, this is the question you need to answer. If somebody types into, this is a frequently searched YouTube search, how to create online courses for passive income. Would you like your channel to show up when somebody searches that? It's a yes or no. Okay. Okay, so online has to be in your title. Passive income has to be in your title. Learn has to be in your title. Okay. 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 So that's not the, yeah. So it's not about scamming people. Marketing is about connecting with the right people. Right? So if you have a channel that, has less than 20,000 subscribers, you don't need to worry about scamming anybody. All right. Once you have influence, that means 100,000 subscribers, then you need to ask yourself an ethical question. How do I make sure I'm not scamming people? All right. But before you reach even 1,000 subscribers, you don't need to worry about the ethical dilemmas. You just need to worry about building your audience. Well, this has nothing to do with integrity. This has to do with, yeah. So that's actually really good. Okay, because you should make a video about how not to get scammed by YouTube videos, marketing, how to generate passive income. So your YouTube title would be, don't get scammed online that you can generate passive income with an online course. All right. So if you want to take the ethical or moral stance, then make a video about that. Because your goal is to drive traffic to your channel based on who you are and what you believe. If that's what you believe. Start warning people how not to get scammed, and then have a playlist that teaches how to build online courses. That's a much better way. People are coming to your channel because they're learning how not to get scammed. And then when they like what you're saying, they go down and they see your playlist and they say, oh, this person who's telling me how not to get scammed is teaching me actually how to build an online course. All right. All right. So I don't make any, I'm not doing anything about judgment about whether you should have these ethics or not have these ethics. I'm only talking about business and marketing and how they build that around who you are. That's why we do the persona weight. Right? Right? And then when you go to your channel, you also need to figure out, is my image helping people to click? And if it's not, then maybe it's not necessary to have the image. Right? Let me see.
It's Jean, and this is my channel.
Yeah, so let me look at your channel again. Yeah, so you have your image next to every one of your thumbnails. Yeah. Yeah, that's what you were told by someone who has 100,000 subscribers. Yeah, so it doesn't help people who are just getting started. Yeah. All right, so I think both Jean and Janet, you guys have some homework to do for next week. Yeah, so I will, everything that we do, I upload to YouTube. So I created a YouTube channel for this group. I'm not creating a YouTube channel because I want to try to grow a separate channel. That would be ridiculous, spending effort to go to a separate channel when I haven't grown my first channel. I'm creating this YouTube channel purely as a place to store all of our meetings, so people who come in and miss the meetings can always come back and look at everything in a more organized way. All right. So yeah. Everybody needs to get out of their own head, because what you think, not to be too cruel, what you think does not matter in the online world. Yeah. It's how do you connect with the people that you're trying to serve. All right. And then and there are a lot of people who have high ethics, high morals, then just make videos about that. People who don't want to be scammy, then make videos on how not to get scammed. Right? And then as long as it's driving traffic to your channel, you can still have a playlist that actually does your teaching. Yeah, so you should figure out your rebrand and just do it all in one shot. That will, YouTube is a robot. Somebody who's just making a small change here, small change there, YouTube it's not a signal to YouTube that I need to test it. But if you suddenly on one day, you change the banner, you change the title, you readjust all the playlists, you change the description, you change your profile icon, if you do that all at once, it tells the robot, which is the YouTube algorithm, that this channel is now different. Let me test it with a different audience to see if I should continue to recommend this channel to a different audience. Right? If you just tweak a little bit, YouTube is going to share it with the same audience, and if your channel growth is plateaued, then it's not going anywhere. All right? All right, so so you guys have any questions or anything like that, just comment in the Facebook group. Gene, you can see that I try to reply pretty often, even though this is not my main business. Yeah, all right. All right, yep, see you guys next time.